So they signed a big deal yesterday. The Premier of Alberta and the Prime Minister of Canada. The pipeline is coming. The pipeline is coming. The pipeline. No, I don't think the pipeline's coming. We'll see. I hope it's coming, but I'm not sure I buy it. I mean, you look at this memorandum of agreement that they signed. It's a plan to start a plan. It's not much more than that. So maybe one day it'll be built, but I don't think I'll see it in my lifetime. There are a couple of little details in this agreement that are just on paper. It's easy to just say them. You know, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this thing. Now, yeah, of course, we're going to have to get British Columbia on board, and the First Nations will have to come on board. Well, there is no indication at all that that's going to happen. There's zero indication that that's going to happen. So what it looks like is this is kind of a public relations gesture by the federal government. This is Mark Carney saying, see, I'm not like Justin Trudeau. I'm not environment first. I'm trying to save Canada's economy. We're going to get our oil to market. Whatever it takes, we're going to do that. Do you love me now? See, I'm taking action to protect us against those nasty UF tariffs. I'm doing something about it. I don't think that that's why Danielle Smith was there. Now, she's not a stupid woman. Danielle Smith knows that this is just the first step in a long journey, and she probably believes it'll be very difficult. But you got to start somewhere, and this gives her some political pressure now to put on the government. She can say, look, you've made this promise, and I'm going to push you to keep it. But if they're messing with us, that's one thing, because we're idiots. We'll always vote for the Liberal Party of Canada. I don't understand why, but we always will. So, but she won't take it. She's a force of nature, whether you like her or not. Sometimes I like her. Sometimes I'm not so sure. Often I agree with her. Occasionally I disagree with her. But I wouldn't want to mess with her. She is not a woman to take lightly. She will push very hard now to make sure this deal gets done. But we're years away from it happening. And I think what the federal government is trying to do here is look like they're taking action. All the while, their big plan is just a hope and a prayer that Donald Trump changes his mind and removes the tariffs. I think that's what we're down to. This is a desperate move. What's interesting about it, though, is how it falls out politically in the next couple of days and in the media. Because the Conservatives are sort of dismissing the deal as all show. And as you can hear, I don't disagree with them on that. But they're not taking it very seriously at all. On the other hand, at least one Liberal is taking it very seriously. A Liberal cabinet minister resigned over this. Now, he might just be another Liberal cabinet minister looking for a way out. Every day now, there's a story in the news about Chrystia Freeland is going to England to run the Rhodes Scholar program, and Melanie Joly wants to be the ambassador to France. She wants to move to Paris. Well, who doesn't? Okay, but are you qualified for that? I guess on paper she is. But are you really qualified for a job if you've been given jobs that you were overqualified for and didn't do a very good work while you were there? Does that actually qualify you? Maybe it doesn't matter because Mark Carney's probably thinking she can do less damage in Paris than she can do in my cabinet, so get out. Anyway, a lot of cabinet ministers, including absolutely maybe the biggest environmentalist in their cabinet, Stephen Guilbeault, the guy who climbed the CN Tower to unfurl the Greenpeace flag before he got into politics. That guy is not happy and he quit cabinet. Staying in caucus for now, but he quit cabinet. So there's a lot going on in that Liberal Party. And I'm sure what they're looking for today in the Conservative Party is how does the media deal with it? To me, a cabinet minister leaving over a key policy from their prime minister on the day of a major announcement, that is a bigger scandal and shows more trouble in the Liberal Party than one member of the Conservative Party crossing the floor to join the Liberals and another saying, yeah, he's going to leave early. Not that I believe that story. I don't. I think he was probably going to cross the floor as well, and this was a compromise that was forced on him in the back rooms. But whatever. So, yes, they have problems in the Conservative Party. They lost an election. It looked like they were absolutely certain to win. Of course, there's some dismay inside the party. It would be shocking if there wasn't. So, but it got days and days of media attention. Crisis in the Conservative Party. Will it unfold that way in the media now in the next couple of days about the trouble in the Liberal Party? I suspect that it won't, but we'll see about that as well. I think there's a little more chance that the CBC today will do a panel and go, oh my God, the problems inside the Liberal Party. There's a little more chance of that happening than there is this pipeline actually being built. And at least I'll probably live to see one. I'll tune in tonight to see what kind of attention it gets from the mainstream media nationally. But I'm not expecting very much of that, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be surprised in both cases. It's the Morning Rush. Good morning. I'm Bill Carroll.